the fear is actually a beautiful sign telling us that we are trying something that's challenging and worthy doing.
I love that. It's a beautiful sign.
Yeah, it's
Fear
a beautiful
sign.
sign.
I love that.
Yeah, you don't have a sign, which means you're not doing anything different. There are always two choices. One choice is to be or to do what you do right now, and the other choice is to ask yourself what actually really matter and what do you really want. And we can see it as one is kind of like comfortable life, and one is kind of like a vibrant, energetic, and challenging life, but exciting. So if you have heard your voices inside your head, one voice saying like, oh no, you don't need to do anything, and the other voice like, actually you can be more of you can be happier, you can actually access more to your potential, and you can take that challenge. And if you have heard these voices over and over again, I believe that it's the time to actually say, okay, let me take the choice with difficult, I call like take the difficult path. The path, yeah. Anyway, take the difficult choice. Yeah, try to make it. So basically, tackle the difficulty, and when you tackle the difficulty, you were surprised because you actually can do it. So let's give an example to make everything more specific, right? I went abroad different times, and each time before I came back to Vietnam, I always saw two choices: stay abroad or coming back here. And for me, coming back to Vietnam was a more difficult choice, because I did come back before and I wanted to do something, training, speaking, writing, but then I went away, I ran away, so I created a story in my mind that was a painful experience. So coming back to Vietnam was more difficult choice for me, but I knew I could grow more, I could have more people, I could actually do more meaningful things as I wanted since I was a kid. So I took that difficult choice, and normally a difficult choice will lead to a lot of joyful moment and growth and contribution. So I would like to challenge you today. Think about what you're doing right now and what you really want to do, and think about different choices and choose the one that you think challenging, but you will learn from it. You take that difficult choice first, and then you will figure it out, because you know why it's important, and when you know why it's important, you find a way. So I would like to welcome our special friend. After my speech about taking the difficult choice, I would like to hear your thought after our conversation with our interviewee, our world champion of 2015. And I think I was really impressed the way you asked the question about how to write a book, and to not let the fear stop writing a book. And he answered, doing what you fearful for the most. And going back to quite like the idea I just shared right now about tackle the difficult choice. So for example, if you have the fear of public speaking, and this is your biggest fear, go and tackle that, and then the rest is his story. And it was the story of our interviewee last time. He is the top 60 speakers in the world, and he was so successful entrepreneur, millionaire. And then he didn't feel right, he didn't feel he's really himself, and he said, why is that? And he realized because he had the biggest fear that he never dared to tackle, which was speaking in front of others. So he left his entrepreneur golden cave with a lot of comfortable thing, and then faced his biggest fear, and he turned from a shy person to now top speaker in the world. So the biggest fear can be the biggest barrier, but then you knock it down.
Do it.
Yeah, so I really impressed with your question. So what did you remember the most in the conversation just now?
Yeah, there's a couple things. One of the things that he said was that God will make it happen. You know, so that was like, oh yeah, like just give it all to the faith. To the faith of the universe or God, and then God will make it happen.
Oh.
And that really like so like yes.
We need to make it like not religion here, right? So
that's true.
Whatever what you call the universe, the God, or you call
whatever you believe in.
whatever you believe in, it can be
If you believe
anything.
in
It can be your best self, can be somebody the bigger, higher purpose or higher power.
Yes.
So the idea is like as you said, and he said, you have a goal you want to achieve. In his case was he want to inspire 1,000 people, and
the vision.
He had a vision.
That was also very impactful when he said that somebody told him to make a vision, you know, and then his vision was, I want to speak in front of 1,000 people. And then when he actually got up to speak, it was actually 4,000 people.
Yeah,
and he was like, okay, it doesn't matter if I win.
Yeah.
I'm doing my vision.
Yeah.
Like I'm living my vision. And another thing that hit was like it doesn't matter if you win. It's like, what's the impact that I'm gonna make? If there's one person that's gonna listen and change, or like their lives are gonna change through my speak, like that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know.
So that point really important about keep connecting with why you doing what you do.
What's your intention?
Yeah, what's your intention? What is your purpose in here? Why you speak and why you want to be there at the top of your speaking career? Why you want to be there at the top of your business life? Is this something that's about somebody, about a higher purpose, or just the fame? So I really like that point. When you have something you think is important for you to achieve, you put it down on a paper, make it become real, and then you execute on that. You live on up to it every single day. And as you use, it can be the universe or the God, the faith, whatever you call, it will connect all the dots, and you create the results. But the idea, like, you need to acknowledge that you have the desire, you want to be a writer, you want to be a speaker, you want to be a programmer, you want to be a beautiful, happy husband or wife, and put it down and say, okay, so I'm going to live to that person from today.
And it goes back to the fears too, like, because you have this vision, but you have all these fears. You know, so when he said, it was funny when he said, like, if you're afraid of dogs, go sleep with dogs.
Yeah. So,
you know, so it's like you become aware of these fears, and it's like, okay, I see it, I'm going to go and do something relating to my fears, so my fear can just go away. You know?
Ah, cool.
Yeah, that's the way that I saw it. Like, oh yeah, like I'm afraid of, how he said, public speaking. I'm going to go public speak, and the more you do it, the more the fear just starts to fall off.
Yeah, cool. So we try to bring it back and give you with the message that you have something you want to achieve, either in your career, in your relationship, and now you put it down, and it's probably make you feel fearful. Okay, I'm gonna be a successful business person, and then oh no, I'm still now a student, right? And then you see the gap. Or maybe you want to be a confident speaker, and then you still even never dare to speak yet, and you see the big gap, and you will feel fearful, and the fear is actually a beautiful sign telling us that we are trying something that's challenging and worthy doing.
I love that. It's a beautiful sign.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sign.
And I love that.
Yeah, you don't have the sign, which means you're not doing anything different.
I like that.
So beautiful sign. Oh, that is a sign, which means I need to try and close the gap. So let me step by step. So my challenge for you today is to acknowledge your fear as a sign that you are doing something awesome, and do one thing only, just one thing, to make you feel you step out of that fear, just step out of that comfort zone and be better. Can be going to meet a stranger tomorrow, can be going to talk with a person that you want to learn from, can be emailing your maybe guru that you meet online, can be just like tomorrow go to a community and say, oh, that is my fear, and let me
sit with it. Yeah, you should sit with it tonight. Like, what is the fear that I have right now?
And then tomorrow,
tomorrow go do it.
Yeah. Okay, with that, thank you so much for being here today, and live with your fear, because it brings you to the best where you can be. Love you.
Bye.
How many of you here who like to make a change